I'm not a tic-tac-toe board, I'm a girl! I just came back from getting a drink and a small snack, and that's the first message I see in my chat. Come on, man. Not even in a congratulations message will you people be nice to me. Messed up. Sick and twisted, even. But thank you. Yeah, we hit 3K, late last night, actually. Thank you so much. I don't usually pay attention to, like, numbers and follower count and things like that all that often, but I guess I can share this, because I did want to chat for a little bit before we started anyway. But, I've never had, like, a social media platform TM, or, like, a content creation platform TM reach, like, even 1K, to be honest. At least not for a very long time. I think the last time I had an account that had, like, 1K followers, or maybe it was more, was when I had, like, a... when I had, like, a roleplay blog on Tumblr. I'm, revealing a bit about myself there. But yeah, that's, like, the one time in my life where I actually had, any sort of, like, higher amount of followers. Other than that, I've never really, had, like, that kind of success with content creation, so even just 1K was kind of a shock to me. Now that I'm at 3K, I'm just like, whoa, I never thought that would ever happen in my life. You know, stonks on the rise, one can only hope. You wrote fanfics on Tumblr? Yes! And I also, like, roleplayed as a character on Tumblr. Multiple characters. Multiple Tumblr blogs. It was a period of my life. You know how I said in one of my streams that, like, writing fanfic and that sort of thing was the thing that made me realize I really like writing and stuff? That was that. It was that. I'm not telling you what characters. If I tell you what characters, you'll be able to look it up. I don't want to do any of that. Some things are best kept secret. I can talk about the experiences, but I'm not going to tell you, like, the specifics. The heck is Tumblr? You're better off not knowing. Don't worry about it. I don't think many people use it now. The kind of info you take to the grave. The only people who need to know are the people that I met through it, which, yeah. I can imagine you doing some Tales fanfics. Okay, yes, I did. I didn't really do much of it on Tumblr, though. Most of my, like, Tales fanfic adventures were on the very ancient fanfiction.net. Not telling you about any of those either, but they're the kind that you can imagine a young girl writing. It be how it does. Anyway, my point is, I try not to pay attention to things like numbers because I'm used to them being on the, like, smaller side. So, thank you for the congratulations on 3K. The odds of me ever, like, pointing it out are very small unless I think it's, like, a really big milestone. Like, I tend to celebrate in, like, milestones of 5s, so I probably would have been more likely to be like, woohoo, 5K! But 3K is still really, really good. We all have our secret internet backstories. It's so true. The secret internet lore. The things that we got up to in our dark, dark past. Well, I actually don't think it's that dark. I don't think there's anything, like, shameful about writing fanfiction or anything like that. I think it's just, you know, part of the course when you're young and you're really passionate about a fandom. It will stay buried, though. I'm not giving away, like, too much information about what I wrote, in case somehow it's still preserved on the archives somewhere. I think I deleted, like, most, if not all of the, like, really old ones, but I don't want to take any risks. I apologize in advance if you can hear me crunching. I am eating Cheez-Its. I needed a little snack. I'm gonna try to keep it quiet, though. The RP message board I used to post on is deleted. No, that's so unfortunate. I was kind of the same, though. When I first started role-playing, I also used a message board. But then, like, a lot of the people that I was role-playing with had Tumblr accounts. So I made a Tumblr account so that I could talk to them more. Because I wanted to make more friends and stuff. And then that's how I ended up in the rabbit hole of Tumblr role-playing, too. Regular or another flavor. Just regular. Basic Cheez-Its. They're very delicious, though. I haven't had Cheez-Its in a long time, but when I went, when I did my grocery shopping the other day, I was like, you know what I haven't had in a while? Cheez-Its. And so I got a box of Cheez-Its. Does that ever happen? Like, it's not on your list, it's not part of your, like, intended shopping plan, but then suddenly you just end up like, oh, I haven't had that in a while, let me buy it. There's an alternate universe, Yuno, that never went on Tumblr. I wonder what that Yuno would have turned out to be like. I mean, yeah, Tumblr was like a pretty big phase in my life, so that would have actually shaped a lot of things, actually. Man. I guess I would have been a little bit more normie for a period of my life. Yes, hello. I forgot to greet you guys. I just kind of came in and started complaining about my chat, calling me a tic-tac-toe board. Hi, how are you doing? It's me. You know who it is. I feel like... Oh, come on. Not the soda. I've never liked soda. I think, alternate universe, you know, probably also still wouldn't like soda. One way to start dipping into writing. I mean, I had been writing before then. It was like fanfiction, and then RP board, and then Tumblr, and then still writing fanfiction. I think I moved to like other fanfic sites like later on too, and then I started writing original work, and then now I'm here. An anime girl on the internet. I don't know who it is. Could you say it again? You know who it is. It's Yuno Hanaki from Production Kawaii's Hanamizuki. Hi. It me. I still haven't figured out an intro. I still really think that did you know that our souls are connected by fate is really cute, but like, it sounds kind of like stilted still. I feel like I can sell it all right, but I'm still trying to figure out something that's cute. When I was working on, like, coming up with, the stuff I was going to use as a streamer, management really liked the name Yuno because of the fact I could make so many puns with it. She was like... The manager I was talking to was like, you know? You know? And she kept, like, getting really excited, and it was very cute. I love that for her. You know that scene in Jurassic Park where the lady protag introduces the crowd to the park? It sounds like that. It's cute, though. Welcome to Jurassic Park! And then there's just, like, a Yuno in the distance trying to walk in her geta to the watering hole or whatever. Like I'm some sort of dinosaur creature. Management is cute, you're so right. I really appreciate our management. They've been very helpful. Continue it? Do you guys really like it? I don't want to be like... I don't know how to word it, but I don't want to be too cheesy. In case you end up not really liking it all that much. The only thing that should be cheesy on my stream are these Cheez-Its that I'm eating. Management is a bunch of cute anime girls too. They might as well be. This must be the zatsu. Indeed. Welcome. We're currently on the zatsu portion, I suppose, because I wanted to eat my snacks. I vote for the intro to be, you know it's Yuno. That was something I considered too. I wanted to be like, do you know who it is? It's Yuno! But then, like, when I was talking about that, I think it was Kaya who said this, but she was like, it sounds like you're doing a Dora the Explorer style introduction. Like, do you know who it is? That's right! It's Yuno! It sounded like a kids show host. And I didn't know if that was the vibe I wanted to go for. This is not a kids show? No! I'm an adult! I'm a grown-up. Do you know what time it is? It's time for Yuno! Yay! I like flail around on the screen like a Muppet. Were you expecting that pun when you decided this would be your name? So I think it's okay to talk about this, but like, originally, I was just going to go with Yunon as the name. The intention was going to be, Yu as in bond, and then like non as in like, sound. It was gonna be like sound of connection with like a connecting voice. That's why Yunon is one of my nicknames now. I originally wanted to go with just Yunon, but we ended up changing it, and we ended up liking the sound of Yuno a little bit better. And then we also gave me a last name. Originally, I wasn't gonna have a last name. It was gonna be like... Well, I had been talking about it with management, and they were like, you know, a lot of Oni usually only have one name. It'd be kind of cool if we just stuck with one name for you instead of giving you a last name. But we discussed it a little bit more, and they really wanted me to incorporate Oni somewhere in my name. So, it became Yuno Hanaki. I think it's okay to talk about that. It's not, like, that deep or anything. I still ultimately decided the name for myself, but management had some input in terms of, like, what they thought might be good. What does Hanaki mean? So, Hana is an older kanji. Most people think that it would be the Hana, like, for flower, especially because our unit name is Hanamizuki, but it's not. The kanji Hana is like an older kanji for beauty, or like beautiful. And then Ki is the kanji Oni, but it's read with the secondary reading, which is Ki. You would probably know that if you watched the anime Kimetsu no Yaiba. But yeah, that's where Hanaki comes from. Beautiful demon. Or beautiful Oni, I guess. You weren't gonna have a last name? Because, like I said, management, were telling me that, like, most Oni don't really have a last name. They just have, like, a one-word name. So we were thinking that I might not have a last name at first, but... last name ended up being the better choice. Especially when I kind of pivoted my concept to be, like, more half Oni. That would have been if it was Yunon. My actual name now is just, with the no instead of the non. No is nozomu, or desire. So now it's a beautiful Oni with a desire to connect. Do Oni not have parents? Technically, no. In, like, actual Oni lore, like, Oni, history and stuff, they are, like, the reincarnation of a troubled soul. Usually, like, the soul of someone who committed a sin. Oh, I'm behind the chat box again. Thank you. I'm moving over. But yeah, so, like, they're reincarnated souls, and when that happens, you become, like, you would probably just take on a new name, and it would be, like, just a one-word name. No last name. What's my sin? I mean, I guess since I'm half, well, like, I got banished to Onigashima, right? Because I ended up wronging a particular customer. So, I guess it was the fact that I wronged that customer. We're getting really into the weeds on this. I am planning to do more, like, lore-related content in the future, so hopefully I'll be able to answer a lot of your questions then. I will say, though, that at least, like, I mentioned this in one of my other streams, but, like, so you know how, I'm mostly green? So Oni, if you, like, look into the more Buddhist history of Oni, the green color represents, like, I guess sloth. So, like, being really, like, tired and, like, sleeping and that kind of vibe. In terms of, like, Buddhist principles. So, I guess technically, if we go by the fact that I am green, we could say that I am very sleepy and tired all the time. Big eepy. What did Oni do this morning? Speaking of sleeping, Oni finally slept. I was able to get, like, actual real sleep for once today. I feel like I actually have more energy because of that. It was really nice. I slept in a lot. I probably slept too much. But I needed to catch up. You know how, like, if you don't sleep well, you basically accrue a lot of sleep debt? I think that's what I needed to catch up on, so that's what I was dealing with today. Sleep debt like crazy. You gotta sleep at a reasonable hour? I do! I personally think I go to bed at a fairly reasonable time. It's just that, like, at least recently, it's been really hard for me to fall asleep fast, and then also to stay asleep. I usually wake up due to, like, some reason or another. And so it makes it really hard for me to get, like, solid, consistent sleep. But yeah, it's like a sleep debt, where, like, if you're not going to bed at a good time, or if, like, you don't get, like, good quality sleep when you're sleeping, it basically accrues as, like, a debt. And then there will eventually be a point where you just kind of crash, and then you sleep for a really, really, really long time to try and make up for it. I usually sleep 4 to 6 hours most days, and once a week I'll do a nice 12-hour light coma. I love that for you. I would say I probably sleep around, like, I would say around 6 hours. At least I try to. But then, like I said, I've been having issues recently with it, so it's been a bit difficult to, to keep it up. And then I end up having to take a nap in the middle of the day. I mentioned this near the beginning, too, but, this current time that I'm streaming is actually, like, what used to be the smack in the middle of my nap time. So for a while, it was a little bit difficult, to get my energy up because my body was used to taking a little nap at this time. I'm better now, though. I changed when my nap time is. Yeah, it is a Yuno stream. Hi! Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Alright, idea. What would Yuno be like if you represented one of the other sins? Ooh! Well, it'd still have to be based on, like, the Buddhist concept, so I would have to look up what the other ones were. I think the other colors were red, blue, yellow? Was it yellow? It might have been yellow. And then green. I think those were the main colors that I saw. There might have been another one, but I don't remember. You sound very chipper today. Thank you! I do feel pretty chipper. I, like, woke up after having that, like, really solid period of sleep, and then I saw that I only had a couple hours before stream, and I was like, oh, I haven't posted my schedule or my waiting rooms, and so I, like, ran to my desk. Would you keep the forehead in the other forms? I mean, probably. If I still had, like, a headdress in all of them, then yeah, for sure. Honestly, because of the fact that I have my bangs pinned up, I've said this before, but it's kind of weird for me to picture what I would look like with bangs. What are you guys talking about? I woke up with like a couple of hours before stream. I had time. Of course I'm dressed and ready. I'm not that much of a slob. My goodness. I think you'd look great with bangs. Oh, thank you. One can only hope. I still feel like if they were, like, taken out of where they're pinned, they would be, like, really long. I liked the idea that we had it in one of my other streams where someone mentioned, like, having them be down but then, like, pinned back with, like, a hair clip. That would be really cute. We're used to the chump waking up 5 minutes before streams. Oh my goodness. That's very powerful. Do you prefer more straight or angular bangs? I'm more of a side bang girl, personally. I don't know if I would go for, like, straight, like, normal bangs. I like side bangs a lot. Just came back from grocery shopping and pooped. Congrats on your grocery shopping. I'm glad that you will have food to last you the rest of the week. Yuno's morning routine is only 10 minutes. Why are you guys just, like, spreading lies and slander? Personally, I think the pulled back bangs are kind of refreshing and cute. Yeah, management felt the same way. They thought it was really nice that I didn't have bangs, and they also think that it's really cool that I have a thigh tattoo, because not many VTubers on the scene right now have tattoos. If you don't give us the lore, we gotta make it up on the spot. That's not lore! Please. For a sec, I forgot you have the thigh tattoo. We never see it. That's because you would rather see my face. Would you rather me stream like this? Hi guys, it's great to see you. It's Yuno Hanaki from Production Kawaii's Hanamizuki. I hope you're having a good day. Do you want the whole stream to be at this angle? Is that what you people want? Why are you staring at me like that? Why are you looking at me like this? You could do a stream like that as a joke one day. I mean, it's not so much a joke, it's more just like people forget it exists. thighs are just leg, forehead. That is not true. If we're going to talk about a part of the leg that's the forehead, it would be my knees. But my knees are just basic knees. It is a cute tattoo, though. Thank you. I agree. Stop bringing up my height! It has nothing to do with anything! Can knees be anything other than basic? I mean, they could if there was a tattoo there or something. But my tattoo is only on my thigh. I'm a thigh supremacist, you can't attack me like this? Well, too bad. I'm also a thigh supremacist. Imagine complicated knees. I don't know what complicated knees would be like, but I feel like that would be very hard to walk with. With the shoes, she's almost average height. You don't have to word it like that. I'm average. Please. Man. A tattoo on the knee sounds very uncomfortable to think about. That's fair. You're only 4'7". You're so small. Shut up! Shut up! I'm not small! I'm average! Does that include the crown? No comment. Stop talking about throwing me. Please don't throw me. Aren't you the smallest in kawaii? No! I'm not. That's not true. Name a shorter senpai? Charlotte senpai, obviously. I am, like, among the smalls, but I'm not actually, the smallest. But I can't deny being among the smalls. Stand back to back with She Senpai, then we will know. Well, I can't just summon her. That's not how this works. Man. I hope you weren't too beat up about what happened with the video, by the way. We teased, but I don't want you to take that seriously. Oh no, it wasn't that bad. I was mostly more annoyed at YouTube. And, you know, since my nap had gotten interrupted by something that wasn't Twitter, I got a phone call that, like, interrupted my nap, and it made me really mad because it ended up not being that serious. But I had that phone call. I was really mad. So then I was like, well, at least the video uploaded. And then I checked Twitter, and then I saw... and then I saw that it hadn't actually worked, and everyone was like, ah, yes, private video, my favorite. When she said private video... And then I was just like, ugh! Of course that also didn't work out the way that I wanted it to. Frick. Only more mad. So, I, like, just went and I published it, and I was like, sorry about that, teehee, I guess I messed up. But in reality, just picture it like this. I was like, teehee, sorry, it should work now. But, like, in real life, I was sitting there like, I can't believe this. Of all of the days. Like, why? I'm so tired. I'm so annoyed. This is the worst thing to ever happen to me, ever. Duality of social media, you know? The peek behind the curtain is just that I was very grumpy. The Oni giggles cutely when Madge. More like... I wouldn't say that. Like, not when I'm mad. It's more like I just kind of giggle to cope with a lot of emotions. YouTube blowing it like always? Literally! I specifically set it so that it would premiere, like, while I was napping. But for some reason, YouTube was like, oh, did you mean for it to premiere when you were napping tomorrow? And I was just like, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant, YouTube. Swear, Neil. Uwu Madge? Yeah, I guess so. I am so pissed off right now. Just VTuber things. The Oni was looking like Pomni at the end of the pilot for Digital Circus with a crazed smile. Did you guys watch it yet, by the way? I linked to it on the tweet where I talked about it a few days ago. You should watch it if you haven't yet. It is good. But I also understand if you haven't. Life be busy. Want me to go watch it again? No! Come back! Don't leave me! You're not allowed to leave right now. Also, I just realized how long I've been sitting here chatting and I haven't gotten to the game yet. Oh boy. I really did intend to play the game, but also I've only had like 5 Cheez-Its. Because I keep getting distracted by talking. Oh, it's so over. I've been hearing people talk about it, but haven't yet. Didn't seem like something I would be interested in because I haven't looked into what it's about. That's fair. It's very much like existential. I don't want to call it horror because to me it's not scary. But it's like existential crisis type humor. A little bit satirical. A little bit... I would say it's like kind of dark and edgy humor sometimes. Something like that. This pre-talk is nice. You're pretty funny when you go all in. What do you mean by this? Thank you? Question mark? The half-hour zatsu is a production kawaii staple. Man. I'm not used to that, I guess. I feel bad if I'm not doing the thing that I advertised that the stream is about. I'm just like, oh man, people are coming in here expecting me to play the game, but instead I'm just sitting here eating like 6 Cheez-Its. But yeah, I think Digital Circus is meant to be one of those, like, it's a kid's show, but actually it's dark. But I think it doesn't really take itself seriously as a kid's show either. It has, like, a very specific vibe to it. I don't know how to describe it. Digital Circus was entertaining, but I couldn't quite get into the existential horror they were implying. That's fair. I do think that it was pretty ham-fisted, but I think you have to be like that when it's a pilot because you want people to get a good idea of what to expect from the series as a whole, especially in the event that it doesn't get funded. I mean, considering how many views it has, I wouldn't be surprised if it does get funded. But in case it doesn't get funded, I feel like they wanted to make it like as clear as possible what the show is going to be focused on. That's usually what pilots are for. My biggest complaint with the show is that tonally it's a bit all over the place, but definitely unique. I think that's fair, too. I think they had a bit of a hard time marrying the whimsical humor with the existential dread humor. Certain characters were able to do it really well, as opposed to, like, I think Kane was kind of a bit all over the place. I know that's the point of the character, but, like, I think they could have made him either more evil so that the, like, darker jokes made more sense, or they played up that he was still really light, but, like, also still made dark jokes. I don't know. There's ways that they could have improved it a bit, but a pilot is meant to be a test, so I can't really fault them for things not being perfect just yet. Hopefully, if the show does get funded and they produce like a whole season of it, they're able to, like, iron out the characters a little bit more. Personally, I think the jokes that Kane made where he was more, like, down-to-earth were actually funnier. Rather than the over-the-top humor. I actually liked when he had the more, like, down-to-earth jokes. Like when... Like that scene with Bubble where he was just like, why are you like this? I liked that a lot more than some of the other... more out-there jokes. But I like very down-to-earth humor, I think. I guess because it kind of suits my vibe a little bit more. I'm not really a nonsensical girl. I'm very picky with, like, comedy anime for this reason. If a comedy anime focuses too much on being, like, over the top and, like, dramatic, like, slapstick or whatever, I'm not really going to be into it. While if it's, like, down to earth but just has, like, really funny, like, kind of more realistic jokes, I tend to like that a bit more. But I'm very picky with my, like, parody and, like, joke anime. I'm very picky with my humor anime for this reason. Kinger's really good, too. I think they did a good job with a lot of the side characters. I was more interested in them than I was, Pomni and Kane, personally, and I feel like Pomni and Kane are going to be, like, the most central figures, which is a little bit disappointing. It be like that. I wish there were more humor anime. That's fair. I think there should be more, too. I've never really been a big random humor girl. Like, I never thought random equals funny. Clanad was a gas until the tears. Oh my god. I literally just rewatched Clanad fairly recently. Man, it's so funny, but also my heart. Clanad, my beloved. I still need to sit down and rewatch After Story, too. I only watched season 1. I hope they lean into the 3D animation jankiness more. I think it's underused for comedic effect. So true! When stuff would, like, clip through the walls, or when characters would, like, glitch out in kind of funny ways, I love that. I think that's a better way to play on the, like, weird existentialness of it. Just because everyone's been, like, digitized and stuff. My humor taste originates from cartoons like Ed, Edd and Eddy, SpongeBob, and Garfield. Oh my gosh, I loved Ed, Edd and Eddy. That's a good one, too. I like older SpongeBob. I think around, like, season, like, 7 or 8 is where SpongeBob started to lose me a little bit. But a lot of older SpongeBob, really good. I liked Garfield, too. I wasn't, like, super into Garfield, but I remember I used to read the Sunday comics just for Garfield. Thought about watching that anime, but I heard about the ending, couldn't do it. Oh no, getting spoiled is the worst. Especially for a show like Clanad, you don't want to go into it with spoilers. It's more like you want to go in knowing that it's going to be a little bit sad. I think that's okay to know going in, but I could not go into it, like, not having watched it before, and then knowing what the ending is. I think I literally would just be like, well, I can't get invested now. I know what's coming. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I personally think SpongeBob kind of lost its spark, and it led to it losing overall quality, in my opinion. I don't know what, like, period it was exactly, because I kind of stopped watching, obviously, as I got older, but I feel like a lot of newer SpongeBob kind of lost the spark of what made it good. I've actually never watched Adventure Time. I've heard good things about it. But I feel like it's one of those shows where it starts out kind of in the, like, lull random box, and then starts taking itself more seriously later, which is fine. I don't really mind that necessarily, but the investment that comes from watching from the beginning feels like it would be a bit exhausting. I'm so glad the show continues. That's why we have Patrick's show too. I'd rather a show continue than just end. I disagree. I personally think that if a show reaches a natural conclusion, it should end, rather than forcing it to continue. I don't really like the idea of elongating a story just because something is popular. Like, to me, I think if something had an intended endpoint, it should be allowed to simply end. I like closed endings rather than something that starts closed and then gets forced to continue and you're just like, well, now what? Because I feel like that's when the ideas start to get worse. I'll keep that in mind about Adventure Time, though, because I was kind of curious, especially when people started talking about Fiona and Cake. But some things are better when it isn't being milked. Exactly. You can tell when they're clearly trying to keep something going because it's a cash cow, and they want to enjoy the money that it produces. But, like, I think if a show has an intended ending, it should be allowed to just end. And then, like, if you really want it to, like, stay, you could just do reruns. That's my opinion, anyway. But maybe it's because I look at it from the angle of a writer, and I could only imagine what it must feel like when you think that you've written, like, a natural ending for your characters, but then the executives are like, okay, what's the next season gonna be about? And you're just like, what next season? I wasn't planning for there to be another one. And they're just like, well, we're asking you to make, like, 5 more seasons, so you better come up with a plot, buddy. I could not live that kind of life. Like what happened with Naruto. I mean, I never finished Naruto, so I can't really say one way or the other. But yeah. I think I've had this conversation before too, but that's kind of why I'm a bit, like, wary of series that have ended for a long time suddenly coming back with sequels. I'm just like, why? That's why I'm a little bit wary about, like, Shugochara, for example. Like, that series has been, like, over for a while, but suddenly the author's like, oh, by the way, sequel series coming out, and I'm just like, why? Like, I want to believe, from, like, a purer standpoint, that, like, it must be because, they're actually inspired to make a new thing, but part of me thinks that it's just to capitalize on the nostalgia market that's going on right now. Sequels, I think, are different. I think, like, Mm, I don't know. I feel like there are people who can often, like, come up with a story for a sequel, but I think that there's, like, a point where it's obvious that the sequels should stop happening. Because, like, for me, if we're going to talk about something like Shrek, maybe, I think Shrek 1 is a really good standalone. I think Shrek 2 is a really good sequel. That's, like, a good example of how sequels should be executed, in my opinion. Shrek the Third onwards, no. Bad. Not interested. Me personally, not interested. Yeah, I agree. If you have, like, another idea, then that's what makes it good. But I feel like sometimes you can tell when the thing gets actually, like, put into execution that it's not good. Or that it was clearly being done because the studio needed money, and they thought that a sequel to a long-loved thing would be the move. That's how I feel, anyway. I think if your series has a good natural end, instead of continuing the story, you should build on past or side characters. Maybe. I feel like that can get messy, though, because, like, which side characters, then? You would have to, like, make sure that you're picking a character that's, like, a solid fan favorite, but it's not obvious, like, that it's a pandering fan favorite. I don't know. This is, like, a very complicated discussion. And this isn't me being like, I hate all sequels, because that's not true. I just think that there are a lot more examples of sequels and, like, continuations of series being done badly than there are of them being done well. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. But there are also a lot of really good sequels. Like, for me, one of my favorite Disney movies is Cinderella, right? So, I really liked the first Cinderella. It's a classic. I did not like Cinderella 2. I thought Cinderella 2 was dumb, because that was in the era of Disney sequels where they were clearly just trying to pitch, like, animated series. So, like, they released Cinderella 2 as a movie, but it was just 3 different pilots for, like, episodes of, like, a series, like an animated series they could make with Cinderella. But then Cinderella 3, A Twist in Time, was so good. Have you guys ever seen that one? Cinderella 3 rocked. Cinderella 3 is what Cinderella 2 should have been. Cinderella 3 was so good. Never seen 3? Oh my god, we're doing a watch-along someday. I am forcing you guys to sit down and watch it with me. It was so good. I love that one. I won't go into too much detail, especially if we do plan a watch-along for it in the future, but, like, it was a really good example of, like, here's the story from X character's perspective, and here's what would happen if they actually had more power. And I thought that was really good. I loved it. I'm making you guys watch it with me. I love, like, Cinderella story concepts. There's, like, this, series of modern Cinderella movies that are, like, they're not really set in the same universe, but they all have the same general concept of, like, modern teenage girl is in, like, a Cinderella-esque scenario, but then she's saved through the power of, like, X hobby, or, like, whatever thing she's into. And I love it, just because I feel like there's something about the, like, Cinderella story, like, plot line that I just really like. Even if the movies themselves aren't that good, I will usually try and watch it if it has a Cinderella story type plot progression to it, just because it's fun to see how they change it. It's also interesting to see what their definition of an evil stepmother is. Because sometimes it's either, like, actually evil, or it's just, like, a comically stupid older woman. And you're just like, why? I don't see how she's evil. She's just dumb. I'm down for an Endurance of Cinderella kinds of movies watch-alongs. Oh, you shouldn't have said that to me. That might be an actual bet. That might be a legitimate, literal bet. Mm-hmm. Okay, the ideas are turning. Is Cinderella Girls your favorite Idolmaster? No, my favorite Idolmaster is OG. OG Namco Pro. I actually don't know that much about Cinderella Girls. I know a little bit about some of the characters, but there's so many characters now. I never watched the anime, so I'm not attached to the cast all that much, unfortunately. I like the theming, though. Obviously, because I love Cinderella. I feel like you're going into Bratz and Barbie territory. I didn't really watch any of the Bratz movies. I was not into Bratz. But I was into Barbie. I did like the Barbie movies. I don't know if we'll do Barbie movie watch-alongs. I feel like those might be a little bit overdone. But you guys like weird Cinderella stories? I got plenty. Do you like Cinderella Girls because they're called Cinderella? I like the concept. I played Starlight Stage. Cinderella Girls Starlight Stage a little bit. I think it was called Starlight Stage. I might be wrong. Whatever the Cinderella Girls mobile game is called. I played that for a little bit, and I really liked that, like, the default dresses were, like, actually Cinderella themed. So they were, like, the kind of crystally blue, and then they had, like, the dark blue accent, but then they had the little, like, time, like, the clocks on, like, their waist as, like, a waist accessory where the ribbons are. I love those. That concept was gorgeous. Oh, if we're gonna talk about what I love about Cinderella stuff, too. Idolish 7, which is another Idol series that I'm very passionate about. One of my favorite characters actually got to wear a Cinderella-themed costume as part of their, like, Merhen Dream event. They all dressed up as different fairy tale characters and stuff. And he looked so cute as Cinderella. Remember when I said that there was a point in my life where I went broke trying to get a character in a gacha game? It was that character. I will show you him. Let me see if I can get a picture of him. Hold on. Where are you, my boy? I might actually have one saved in my image folder already, but I'm gonna get a new image anyway, just to be safe. Went too hard for the husbando? Yeah, so I really did, and I do regret it. I never got him, no matter how much I spent, and that was very sad for me. Press F. It's like, I didn't get him even after I went that hard, and that's what made me realize that, gacha's not worth it. It's not worth it, bros. Which is why I don't really spend money anymore unless I really, really, really need the unit for something. I would honestly rather, like, explode than have to spend money on a gacha. I'm good now. I'm, like, way better about it. Let's see, where is the image? Where are you, baby boy? There you are. This gorgeous child. Do you see him? Do you see him? Look how cute this is. My baby boy. I love him. That's a lot of bows, but that's why it's so cute! Forget that guy, look how cute the dress is. This guy has waiting in line to meet Goofy at Disney World Energy. But he's cute! I love him. But that was one of the main reasons I got so excited, because, like, when you hear that it's going to be put on a guy, you're probably just like, oh, it's gonna look awful. But he looks so cute! Idler 7, my beloved. I think they executed it really well for putting the outfit on a guy. But yeah, I worked very hard to get this card, and I didn't get it. No, the game doesn't have a pity system, and especially with this set, so they collaborated with a... Oh my gosh, what's it called? It's like a merch company. Oh my gosh, I used to know what this was called. Oh, Ichiban Kuji. So this was a collab with Ichiban Kuji, right? Where they released like a series of merch that also came out alongside this card set in the game. So I was able to get some of the merch. That was nice. But the thing about the Ichiban Kuji cards is that they don't have a pity, and they're also super limited, and they like never come back ever, ever, ever. And they're only like paid gachas. So not only was it like a super limited time where I could get this character on the rate up, but also this was like the only time I would be able to get him ever, because like otherwise I just wouldn't get to have him at all. And so that's why I went broke, because I thought there would be no way to ever get him. But luckily, I think like 1 or 2 years after this gacha actually came out, they there was like a paid thing that you could exchange for, and then you could get like any of the Ichiban Kuji SSRs. So I was able to bring him home by force by paying for that pass. I was like, you're coming home to my account whether you like it or not, mister. Oh, also, this isn't a dress. I know it looks like a dress, but he's wearing poofy shorts underneath it. It's still very, like, masculine. It's hard to see. You can kind of see it on the bottom, like where the stripes are, but those are poofy shorts. Pumpkin bloomers. I guess. Something like that. You said by any means necessary? Literally. I wanted him so bad. If it has Cinderella theming, I go crazy. Why give us that detail? Because you guys kept saying it was a boy in a dress. And I wanted to clarify that it's not a dress. Like, I love Cinderella girls in, like, Cinderella, like, dresses. But I wanted to clarify that this specifically is, like, a male version of the outfit. So it's not a dress. I guess it's just, like, a really long suit jacket, maybe, with, like, a tailcoat? But where are the glass slippers? They're just not visible in this image. I think you can see them in, like, the merch that was released for this set, but... Anyway, that's my boy. The other two, characters in his unit were the Fairy Godmother and Prince Charming, respectively. And then I think the rival idol unit were the villains for each story. I think. Because there was, like, crossover units in this series, too, so I think the characters from the rival unit that were in the crossover unit were, like, the villains. It's still designed like a dress, but I guess more like a swallowtail suit jacket. Something like that. It's like illusion of dress, but not a dress. Okay. I've been distracted. I've also still barely touched my Cheez-Its, but I want to try and at least play the game a little bit today. But I had to share my son. I love him. Tangent over. If I'm going to have any more tangents, it will be during the video game. But it's only been an hour! Yuno, please, we want more Zatsu! Nah, I've driven you guys crazy enough. At least eat your Cheez-Its. I'm trying! I'm really bad about this. This is why I can't, like... I'm trying to figure out how to explain this, but, like, if I try to eat while, like, hanging out with friends, I am a notoriously slow eater because I get more distracted by talking. I'm goofy. I cannot focus on eating and also talking. It's either I only eat or I only talk. No in between. I ate one more Cheez-It. Are you happy? Why are you guys acting like my dad? Can't believe my chat is just my parents. I'm the opposite. I'm the super fast eater. I love that for you. Hashtag girl dinner. No, I'm gonna have a proper dinner. I just wanted to eat a couple Cheez-Its. Because I wanted a little snack. It's fine. I will just save the Cheez-Its for later. It'll be a late night snack. I have been doing a good job of drinking my ginger ale, though. Be proud of me. So I'm at least a little bit, sustained. Nom nom. At least hydrate. I am! I'm drinking a liquid. Okay. But for real now, actually, video game time. I know it looks like it's not up, but that's because I clicked out of the screen. I have to move over now. Okay. That's good. Get controller. That's good. I'm drinking a liquid. I'm fine. Honestly, I always drink a ton of water when I wake up, so I've already had some water today, but thank you for worrying. It is appreciated. So what piece of Tales lore will you spout to us while the game loads? We're approaching the first seal in the game. So like, wait. Oh, right, that's because I saved in the inn. I was about to be like, did I only save in the dungeon? But no, we're okay. I remember because I saved and then I turned the game off. Okay, I remember, we're good. I was going to say, we're about to do the first seal, so it isn't probably going to be in this session, but maybe in, like, the next, time we play the game in the future. It'll probably be around then, but we are approaching the point in the game where you could choose to make the game harder on yourself. There is a secret path that you can take once you go through the Osa Trail, which we haven't gotten to yet. But if you go through the Osa Trail and you come out, there's like a secret path that you can take that would like take you on an alternate, to an alternate destination from like the one that you're expected to go to. Cause like, I don't want to talk too much about it, cause obviously spoilers, but if you take the alternate path, you could go on like a harder version, kind of, because you would be accessing part of the game that you're not supposed to access for a little while, but you would still be able to like complete different aspects of the game in basically like the unrecommended order. So there's like a way to make the game harder on yourself without necessarily like choosing the hard difficulty. Do you get stuck on one path if you choose? I guess not really, but the game will kind of like adjust to where you're at and will kind of like redo the story and like certain aspects of it to like accommodate where you currently are. So then it turns the thing that you were supposed to do after the fire seal into the thing that you do last, and so it ends up being a lot harder. And that section is already pretty hard. So the fact that it becomes harder because you're doing it later in the game at like a higher level, it's kind of interesting to do it that way. I don't know why this exists as part of the game, but it does. I probably won't do it because I want to give you guys like a pretty authentic Tales of Symphonia experience, but there's your trivia. I did the Hema path accidentally on my first run. Yeah, it be like that sometimes. It's not a linear choice. It's so weird since Tales games are pretty linear. Yeah, I don't really know why it's even available as an option. I feel like most people would just end up stumbling into it unless you purposefully look it up. We found out about it, I think, because we like looked it up online, and that's how we discovered it. So we tried to play through where we started from that spot, and we were like, what? This is so hard. And it felt so abnormal. Yeah, I definitely think it's something you should only do if you're doing like a New Game Plus. I don't think it's good for a first playthrough, but it does exist. It is an option. But for our purposes, we'll be doing the like recommended order, I guess is the way to put it. Okay. Remember when strategy guides were actually useful? Those things saved my bacon quite a bit. No, I understand. I remember those days too. Nowadays it feels like that doesn't really happen anymore. Hello, team. Okay. We can finally head out to release the seal. Yes, I'll do my best. The seal Remuel spoke of is in the Triet Ruin, southwest of here. Cool, let's go check out that seal. We'll see if that enthusiasm lasts. I'll be fine, just you watch. Oh, I just remembered. Let me give you this. Bum 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 bum. Monster list, my beloved, yay! These are seals. I know about animal seals, but we're going to like seals. They're not the same. Gathering data on your enemies is useful for protecting the Chosen. I'm going to do it? I'll help too. Just think of it as homework. Ew. We should get going. I don't have anything against seals. They're just not relevant to what we're dealing with right now. Okay, so remember how we were talking about how we have a healer character? That's Rain. So now I'm trying to think of who to keep in the party and who to take out to replace with Rain. I mean, I guess I don't have to do it right this second. I might leave Rain in the reserves for now, and then just bring her out, like, closer when we're in the dungeon. Seals are always relevant. I hate this house. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's not the same kind of seal. Cursed. South. West. Directions. I know them. Oh, skin. Look at him go. What a guy. That was goofy.
All right, let's go. Sword ring.
I'll talk.
This means that spiels are out of the question. I love spiels, but you guys have to understand, we're not talking about the same kind of seal. Oop. Oh, okay. Alright, guys. Are we interacting with the teacher? A commentary moment? This is a... your choice moment. Is it sensei time? Let's find out, shall we? Alright, gamers. Do we like teachers? Teachers, yes, no. Are we gonna try to Riz Rain? Are we? I leave this sort of thing up to you guys. 100% yeah so far. Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. I understand. Does this mean Teacher Yuno is a possibility? What do you mean? What do you mean by this? Teacher 30 is a demand. Rain is 28. Just so you guys know. She's approaching 30, but she's 28. Even better. I see. I'm taking notes. I see. I see. I'm learning so much right now. For better or for worse, I'm learning a lot of information. I appreciate that there's one person that voted no. But he might be a pretty big minority here. I'm sorry, man. It's so Jover. I mean, this isn't going to guarantee anything. Where we're at right now, the bond levels are kind of... they're like all over the place. Besides for like one character. So this doesn't necessarily guarantee anything, but the more positive interactions we have with a character, the more likely it will influence the later parts of the game. I mean, I get it. Rain is really pretty. There's four. The four female characters in this game are all very pretty. I do like them very much. So honestly, I'm fine with whatever. I also like the guys a lot, but I've said before, I'm a filthy DB, so I love all the characters. Good amount. So you guys can't really choose an answer that makes me, like, uncomfortable, I guess, because I do love all of them. So we will be okay, no matter what happens here. Especially with that certain shrine outfit later. But also, please be careful about spoilers. Don't spoil too many people in chat about what's coming. Is there a harem ending? Unfortunately, no. You will only be able to choose, like, one character when the time comes. But it's, like, a long ways off, so... Okay. Yeah, it looks like we've got a pretty solid... It's not really... Even if more people voted, I don't think we could really change the tide on this one. I think we have our answer. But okay. As you guys wish. We like teachers. We like teachers in this house. I understand. I get it. I've been there. Okay. I love the illusion of choice. Me too, man. What's wrong, Professor? You look troubled. I'm questioning why a lot of researchers mix pure science and magic technology. Huh? The power of magic that is at the root of magic technology has never been proved by science, but still, they... Professor. Yes? Aren't you going to question why you're talking to someone who has no clue as to what you're talking about? Lloyd? What? That's a very good question. I'm basically strengthening out my thoughts regarding the question by talking to someone. So, you're just gonna keep on talking, aren't you? Sorry, bud, it is what it be. Kratos. What is it? Why did you take on the job of guarding Colette? I'm a mercenary. That's how we earn money to live. In other words, it's just a job? That's correct. And that's really all? Yes. She's like, I don't trust this man. Okay. Now I have to make my way back over. I hate this camera.
Give them no quarter.
Can I give them a nickel? If I can't give them a quarter, can I give them a nickel? How about a dime? If I give them 2 dimes and a nickel, is that the same as giving them a quarter? These are important questions, Kratos. Why aren't you answering me? Lloyd the proverbial rubber duck. That really is his purpose, huh?
Ah, so hot. Man, I'm beat.
Man, I'm beat. Worn out and sweaty. I mean, he is wearing, like, a thick coat, long pants, thick boots. I get it. Wearing that in the desert must not be fun.
See? You're already worn out.
It be like that sometimes. It's really hot. I'm the same way in hot weather. The minute I have to stay in the sun for too long, I start melting.
I'm sick of this desert.
Boy, yeah, I get it. We actually get to hear Noish's voice now. Wow, crazy.
What's wrong, Noish?
Be on your guard. There are enemies about.
Be on your guard. Why did you say that so slowly? That's not how you talk when you say that there are enemies.
You're going down.
Oh no, the elementals. Okay.
Get him!
Demon Fang!
Sword rain!
Don't overdo it.
Get him! Stone blast! All talk, no action.
Oh right, he has both Stone Blast and Aqua Edge. That will actually help us out a lot here. I forgot he learned Aqua Edge last time, which is really good.
This is going to be a nuisance.
You're a nuisance. Why are you acting like that, bro? They didn't even get one of their spells knocked off, so I know what's coming here. It's another tutorial, but like, why he's so mad? We didn't even mess anything up.
What is?
Nothing.
Nothing. He's so angry.
Anyway, it would be a good idea for you to learn techniques to protect yourself.
Okay.
Are you talking about self-defense training?
Something like that. Techniques to raise your defense during battles. I'll show you how it's done. Once you grasp the theory, the rest should be easy.
Allegedly. Whoopee! Registering it as a special move or tilting down on the left stick while holding X. Okay. That's actually a lot easier than having to waste a move slot. In the GameCube version, they forced you to, like, make it a move in order for it to work. They must all be prodigies. I didn't even see him move. Oh yeah, they just learned skills. Off-screen training montage, don't you know? We couldn't hear it, but there was like a JRPG version of Eye of the Tiger playing in the background while they all practiced generating these shields.
Okay, I don't really get it, but I already feel stronger. I can't wait to try it out.
He looks so happy. He's like, yay, new skills.
I think you're just imagining things.
What happened to Noish?
He ran away. He's a scared dog.
You're right, he's gone. Oh, man, he's run off again.
He's probably nervous about the monsters. I think it would be best not to count on Noish in places with monsters around.
Combo! Wow, cool! You're so strong, Lloyd! Nah, not really. I owe it to you. Not at all. I just stood back and watched. And that's why I can relax and fight. I'll be counting on you for the next one, too. Okay. You're so cute. You're so cute. Why are they baby? I just remembered you mentioned the possibility of a Twitter space if YouTube lagged. Now I semi-help you do a Twitter space grinding the game if there's no stream. Maybe. Perhaps. I'll definitely think about it. Cute, but we got Sensei. You guys are really excited about Professor Rain, huh? Alright, we don't have any new X skills yet. I thought we did. That is okay.
Say, is this the seal? It has my family's crest on it.
Is this the seal when there's like literally nothing else in these ruins besides this? She's so silly.
Fantastic.
Alright, are you guys ready to see your sensei wife? This is her charm point, so you better be ready.
Look at this slab covering the entrance. It's clearly of a different composition than the surrounding stone.
can't see it, but she's got sparkly eyes right now.
Oh, it's just as I thought. This is polycarbonate, developed during the ancient war to defend against magic. Oh, feel the smooth surface. It's wondrous.
Your girl gets excited to touch polycarbonate.
Is she always like this?
Is she?
Yep, welcome to ruin mode.
I've been trying so hard to hide it, too.
Archaeological mania! Yippee!
This depression, it reads Oracle Stone.
She's a career woman, I like that. I see.
Colette, place your hand here. That should reveal the entrance.
Really?
This stone is enchanted with magic designed to identify the chosen. There's no question about it.
I love that she's still able to have this, like, serious conversation while her eyes are sparkling with the ruin mode. We do love a career-focused woman. Her little clap.
It opened. Wow.
Baby.
I guess I'm really the chosen after all.
Ma'am, you are a baby. You should have figured this out by now.
Yes, I think we all know that already.
Okay, now it's getting exciting. Let's hurry up and go inside.
I hope you'll be able to maintain that enthusiasm.
Are you grave robbing? Not necessarily. We are, raiding a ruin. That's different. Well, skit. Other than the Chosen, our group doesn't look like one that's on a journey to save the world. You still don't trust Lloyd and Genus? They are much too young to bear the fate of the world. I'm concerned that they will not be able to handle this journey. While I may be an elf, I'm still just a schoolteacher from a small village, and you are a mercenary who fights for money. I don't think we're fit to handle the task of saving the world either, wouldn't you agree? Indeed. They're just... She's an elf. Yeah, she sure is. Alright, let's go. Dang it.
Don't let up.
It's fine.
Demon fang!
What the heck?
Like that?
Sonic thrust!
Alright.
Yippee. Ain't the weirdest band of adventurers I've seen in a JRPG. Yeah, but they don't realize that, you know? Just run past it, I guess. Why do they have to scream on every swing? Because it takes a lot of effort. You try swinging around a sword. That's tiring.
You're going down.
No way.
Is he sneezing fire? No, we have an item called the Sorcerer's Ring. So he's like firing a ring from his wrist. Or, well, his finger, I guess.
Just as
It's not really his wrist because, like, that's kind of where his X-Sphere is. So it's more like the ring on his finger. Ah! God, these designs are so ugly. Okay. We love puzzles. so he became Mega Man? I guess so. Hey, there's a torch. There was once a city here that was destroyed by a Freet's hellfire. Try lighting it with fire. Okay. Please. There we go. Oh wow, it raised a platform. Wow, the floor moved! Interesting. This location must be connected with Ifrit. At any rate, let's continue to light up all the torches we come across. Okay. He's like, cool, I get to see that happen more times? Bet. Whee! Okay, not yet, that's fine. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, I don't think I can get that chest yet. Soon, though. I like the way you say Lloyd's okay. Yeah, it just kind of slips out. I just kind of say it like how I say it. Okay. So we go... Ah! Worm!
Let's go all out. No way.
Let's go all out. He's so cool.
Thrust.
Tate, like that? Tate, sword rain.
Great thrust! Get him!
Don't overdo it. Take this. Wind blade.
Tate,
Oh, nice wind blade.
Tate,
Get him!
Don't overdo it. First aid.
Great thrust!
Tate, Tate. Just as I expected.
Woohoo! I hated this dungeon. It's really easy to mess up getting the treasure collector title if you're not careful here. So true. You have to be like really methodical with a lot of things here. Bracelet. Life bottle. Yay! We'll need that. Okay, then we've got the rock over here. This chest. This gives me Victory Road vibes if you ever played Pokemon. I wouldn't call this Victory Road. This is like a really basic puzzle. This might be the first puzzle you ever have to complete with strength, I guess, if we were going to compare it to something in Pokemon, but it's a pretty easy puzzle, so like, in my opinion, it's not too bad. Okay. Oh my gosh, please. I have to be, like, careful with how I aim stuff. Okay, and then... I think I can go around that way. Yeah, for sure, the Mimic will kick your butt. That's why I usually don't bother to go after it. At least not in, like, a first playthrough. Lemon gel. Ah!
We can do it!
Why?
No way.
This big fire source dudes.
Don't overdo it.
Great
First
thrust!
My
aid.
goodness.
Get
Don't overdo it. First aid!
No way! Sword rain!
Don't overdo it. First aid! Don't overdo it. First aid!
Taking out this fire guy so we can stop casting.
Like that?
Sorry.
Don't overdo it. First aid! Don't overdo it. First aid!
Get him! Stone blast!
Nice.
Don't come back!
Don't come back! Didn't escape from the mimic and got to eat floor. I feel you. It's so hard. Okay. So I think... That bird.
You're going down! Now.
Don't overdo it. First aid!
Sword rain!
Get him!
Don't overdo it. First aid!
Sorry.
Demon bang!
Don't overdo it.
Demon
First
thing.
aid!
What was that movement? He just kind of twisted in the air.
You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
Kind of silly. Alright, there's the memory gems. That will be nice. Ah, dang it, that's not what I meant to do. Oh well. That's fine. I should have lit the other one first. But it's whatever. We come back here eventually, so... No biggie. Look at that guy glitching out. Me when I have too much sugar. He's stuck on the corner, I think. Poor little creature. He doesn't deserve that. Okay, I just got some equipment. Yeah, new swords. Okay, Nova's the weaker one. He might need that. Circlet, that'll be good for her. Her defense is already pretty good. Nothing for him yet. Yeah, I would probably need to go to Genus then. Da, 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 da. There we go. Pathing, baby! Yeah, I really do be like that sometimes, huh? Okay. The only problem now is I need to figure out if I want... I feel like I need to keep Genus in the party because he's got Aqua Edge, which is important to have because this is a fire boss. Or fire trial, I guess is how I'll word it. But Kratos... Rain's really only good for healing right now. Kratos can do like a mix of things. But I think I am gonna switch out Kratos for Rain. Because we need like a dedicated healer type. And Colette has to be in the party because it's her trial, so... We will do it like this. and I will manifest that I succeed. Switch out, Lloyd? No! Is there a small static noise? Oh, that was just atmosphere noises.
This place is also built with Magi technology. Absolutely fantastic.
Because I don't hear any static on my end, unless more if you hear it. It was like the fire sound effect because the torch was lit. Old game, weird sound effects. And miss out on sword ring DPS? Exactly. You get it.
Ah, what the?
This is gonna be tough. There!
Get him!
Are you okay?
Sword rain!
Colette is getting smacked.
Okay.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Oh dear. Okay.
You okay?
Are you okay?
I wasn't strong.
Okay?
Are you okay?
First aid! Right!
Yeah, Genus is gonna need a orange gel.
You okay?
Thanks. Are you okay?
First aid!
Sword rain!
Aqua Edge!
Are you okay?
First aid! Rain!
Sword rain!
Get him! Aqua Edge!
Are you okay?
First aid! Rain! Sword field!
Sword rain!
Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's give Rain the lemon gel. She needs to be able to keep healing.
Ready?
First aid!
Then... life bottle.
You okay?
If this run doesn't work, I'll probably just, it won't be that hard to just, like, go back to the save and do a little bit of grinding.
You okay? No way!
Don't like me just standing back
I
here.
wasn't strong enough.
No.
Are you okay?
Thanks! Get him!
This is the practice run? Yeah, that's what we'll call it.
Oh no.
Force field!
I get it, though. This really is, like, a huge difficulty spike if you're not prepared for it. No one ever heard from them again. Remember when the Chosen died during the first trial? Unfortunate, really. Okay. So I think what I should do is I will... And then they died. Yeah, exactly. This wouldn't happen if I was in the party. He really would be like that. That's the problem. What a jerk.
Found your weak.
Demon Fang! Okay.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Sword rain!
Are you okay? Thanks.
Sword rain!
Sword rain!
You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
So anyway, like I was saying before I got interrupted by that monster, what I'm gonna do is I am going to head back towards Triette. I am gonna have to, like, get items. I didn't realize how low on life bottles I actually was. I'm gonna head back towards the town. we'll do some training on, like, the outskirts. I do this in Pokemon too, but it's basically the neat strat where you train right outside the town, and when you start running low on health or energy or whatever, you immediately go back to the inn. We're on that grind.
We can do it!
You ain't going.
Are you okay?
You ain't going nowhere.
You ain't going nowhere.
You ain't going nowhere.
Are you okay?
I don't think we need to do too much more grinding. I think, like, level 10 would probably be fine.
Love will always win.
Oh, I hate that saying. But yeah, I don't think it'll take too long. We're already pretty close as is. Pretty much everyone is level 8 besides for Rain.
Alright, let's go!
Oh, you had to abandon your save because of that? That's the worst. Luckily, it's not that hard to, like, walk back towards the town where I'm at.
Alright!
We would obviously be more screwed if I was, like, in the depths of the dungeon, but because this is, like, the first trial, they made it really easy to just go in and out. Bum 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 bum. Monsters! There you go.
We must be merciless.
I got it! Cow hammer!
Yes! Pico-Han!
Okay? First aid!
No sword rain!
Cow Hammer, my beloved.
Cow hammer!
Sword rain!
Fireball!
Just as I expected.
Pow Hammer! Pow Hammer! In Japanese, you can hear her say, you go, Pico-Han! Pico-Han! And it's so cute. It really is just the bonk hammer, though, so you guys have the right idea. Pow Hammer!
Just as I expected.
Her Japanese voice is super adorable. Yeah. Hanamizuki. She does such a great job. I'm seriously tired of this desert. Well then, do you want to go back to the village? How am I supposed to do that? I was banished. Then stop talking as if you're on a vacation. Sorry. Bum bum.
We must be merciless.
We must be merciless to these two snakes and a scorpion. I don't think I ever played this game in Japanese.
Are you okay? First aid.
Well, the Steam version has both the English and the Japanese dub, so if you're ever interested and you get the Steam version, try playing it in Japanese. I think the Japanese say you do a really good job.
One fight after another.
But my nostalgia is more for the English dubs, that's why I'm playing it in English.
Sword rain!
Yeah, that is one benefit of the Japanese dub, getting to hear all the skits voiced, instead of having to listen to me do it.
Alright.
Yes. Yes. Tiger Blade, let's go. I'm still waiting for one of my favorite moves. I don't remember when you learn it. Hopefully it's soon. But once I have one of my favorite moves, I will have my ideal Lloyd set up. feel a bit called out that
hate
you guys already
scene.
figured out which move it is. But yeah, it's Tempest. I want Tempest so bad. Bring her back. I think I have enough gold I can get some items now. Yeah, I need life bottles up the wazoo. 6 is probably okay. Spin to win? Yeah, spin to win, baby. Though the person who said beast is also partially correct, because once we start getting, like, combo moves and stuff, I do love Tempest Beast. Tempest Beast is so fun. Okay, so I just need the flying disc. That will help Colette out a little bit. Give her better attack. Okay. Okay, so like everyone's level 8. Lloyd and Kratos are level 9. Can I get better equipment for anybody yet? Okay, Genus might need that. Because his defense is bad. His defense is not good. I think we're okay.
Whoa, who's there?
Whoa. Sudden voiced event.
What was that?
What's wrong?
Yeah, bro, why you yelling?
Some weird guy came in here.
Are you hurt?
Nah, I'm fine.
It may have been a design. Everyone be careful.
Sussy. Mysterious guy sneaking into the room. Kinda weird.
Seems like Lloyd's always got someone after him.
What, so it's my fault? Seriously though, we can't be too careful. I'll be fine, but Colette and the professor, you two be careful.
I think T-Type has the more fun arts for Lloyd. Yeah, I usually go T-Type. I don't know what it is about this playthrough that's making me go more S, but it'll be interesting to try it. I'm usually T-Type with Lloyd. But this playthrough, it's sending me S. Assigning me S-Type.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes, I'll make sure.
Cool, cool, cool. So how are you guys doing? Go T-type for most characters? Yeah. I am also usually T-type. I think that's just because of how I play. I don't know why it's registering me as S-type, though. I haven't changed how I usually play this game. Too bad the updated versions got rid of the glitch where you could get both skills. Ugh, I know, right? That was always the best way. Watching a pretty cool but short Oni. Can we stop talking about my height, please? It has nothing to do with the gameplay.
Like that?
Sorry. Get him!
You mix T and S? Well, you can't do that anymore, at least not in this version. If you're playing on the GameCube version, like the ones from the past, then yeah, but... It is really unfortunate they don't let you mix anymore. Pensive. Debating on going out? That sounds fun. You should do it. 'Tis the best day to do so. Aww. Having to be the dog is hard. What's wrong? Noash is worried about you because you haven't drank any water at all. I'm fine. Give priority on the water to Genus and the Chosen. I just had a lot earlier. I drank plenty too. There you go. Noash is worried about you. Stop being so tough and drink a little. Alright.
One fight after another.
Fireball!
Sorry, are you okay?
Got it!
Sorry.
Sword rain! Rain thrust!
Are you okay?
There!
Her little trick with the chakrams. She's so cute. Where am I going? Okay. Backtrack a little bit. Bum, 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 bum.
Let's begin the research.
You ain't going no.
Are you okay?
You ain't going no.
Ray learned a skill like me when she learns Photon. Yeah, literally.
Are you okay?
A lot of her skills are kind of useless until she learns
Just
Photon.
warming up.
But it's good to have a character who's like purely support, especially for this early part of the game. So it could be worse. Bum, bum, bum.
Let's go!
Did you ever try those games where they brought characters from all the other Tales games? You mean like Radiant Mythology? Or do you mean like the mobile games?
There.
I did try a couple of the Tales mobile games, but they were okay. They really wanted to make gacha games happen for Tales, but it just doesn't work. They couldn't settle on a formula that was actually good.
Let's begin the research.
No way.
Are you okay?
I think that was most evident with Christoria. I was about to say Castoria. That is not what the game was called.
Just as
I think
expected.
Christoria was probably the closest they ever got to like a good concept for a mobile game, but because they made it a crossover with like all the other Tales characters, I think that made it worse. In my opinion. I think that they should have what's it called? They should have just made that a standalone game. Because I really loved the cast in Christoria. They were like really cool. 1 second. Okay. But yeah, I really loved the cast in Christoria, but the game just was not good because of the... They didn't really rely on the other Tales characters, but the fact that they were there just kind of like took away from the plot in a lot of ways, in my opinion. I never tried Luminaria because I wasn't really interested in the fact that they made it like vertical. I thought that made it look kind of ugly. I understood what they were trying to do, but I think that was also a case of adding too many original characters. Tales of the Rays does work, but I think that's because it's mostly, like, good in Japan. It still wasn't very popular in the West. I think the Tales fandom in the West just isn't strong enough for localizations, unfortunately. Like, localizations of the mobile games. Because there's just not enough of a dedicated audience that is willing to pay for the gachas.
Alright, let's go!
Luminaria died, like, really fast, right?
No way!
Or is it still going? I don't know because I never tried it.
Are you okay?
Just as I expected.
But yeah, Tales mobile games, I played Tales of Link a little bit. I played Historia. I didn't really play, Rays. That wasn't one that appealed to me very much. I don't know. Other than that, I didn't really mess with it too often. Luminaria lasted less than 10 months. Ew. I played Asteria for like 6 years. I never touched Asteria either. It's pretty crazy.
No way!
Are you okay?
But yeah, I think they keep trying to make a Tales mobile game work because the mobile game meta in like the market is pretty strong, question mark. But at least in the West, there aren't enough Tales fans to keep them going. So then like you have to play them in JP, but even then there's no guarantee that it'll last in JP these days either. Lots of games have been shutting down, even if they had really loyal, like, audiences. Like, I heard that Shining Live was even shutting down in JP. I knew it shut down in EN a little while ago. But when I heard that JP was even shutting down, I was just like, whoa, that's kind of crazy. Because I know that the JP Utano Prince Sama fanbase is, like, intense.
You're going down.
What if they just, like, ran out of themes or concepts or something?
I was just warming up.
Asteria worked because there wasn't an original cast, instead they go hard on fanfiction kind of story with the franchise characters. Yeah, that reminds me of the fan discs that they used to make for Tales games, where it was like focused on side characters. Those were never localized, but I remember I would like look up the subtitled versions of the ones for the games that I had played. Specifically Abyss and Symphonia. Fan disc style content was really nice. And it was kind of like fanfiction-y, but like in a good way.
Alright, let's go! No time!
Are you okay?
Sword rain!
I miss Tales of the World still. Like, I think Tales of the World is something that they should go back to doing. Those are the Radiant Mythology games I was talking about, where you had like one self-insert character, but like everybody was in the same guild, and so the story was about like what it was like forming a guild with all these characters. I really liked that.
Dwarven vow number 7. Justice and love will always win.
Oh, I hate that saying.
I think the first game was the only one that got localized in English for Radiant Mythology. But I really liked the premises for 2 and 3, but we just never got them. Also, Kanono, my beloved. Oh hey, an egg. Yeah, we found an egg.
Let's begin the research.
No time!
Are you okay?
I was just warming up.
Yeah, it was only the PSP version, but I still really liked that version a lot. I love crossover games like that. And it didn't really focus so much on your interactions with the characters as it did their interactions with each other. That was also how I first discovered, like, Ston and Leon from Destiny. So that's what got me interested in Tales of Destiny. I loved their dynamic in Radiant Mythology. So that was what got me interested in, like, looking up more stuff about Destiny and Destiny 2.
No! Raid! Charge! Take! Sword raid! Take! Alright!
So I think Radiant Mythology was really good because of the fact that it could, like, introduce you to characters that you might not have known about before. Because I think back then, I mean, I still think Destiny was never really localized, at least not officially. So that was kind of the only exposure people got to the Destiny characters. And they're a good cast. I like them. It was nice to finally, like, see Leon in action, considering I knew he was always winning the popularity rankings. I was like, who even is this guy? Destiny 1, I think it was, but Destiny 2 wasn't. I'm not sure. At the very least, I don't remember it ever being localized on something that I could play, so maybe that's why I don't remember it.
Are you okay? First aid!
Like that?
Sorry. Hammer! Hammer! Get him! Fireball!
Alright!
I also always thought it was interesting that Destiny purposefully released a version of the game that was like Leon's side.
Let's get this over with.
That was just warming up.
Okay, there's Genus's level up. I have a lot of nostalgia for Eternia myself. Ooh, good taste. I don't know enough people that talk about Eternia. Admittedly, I also don't really talk about Eternia. I like remembering it, or well, I guess what I mean to say is when I remember it, I remember how much I liked it, or like the concept of it. But I never played it personally, so my nostalgia isn't as strong as it could be. I think that was one where I watched, like, playthroughs, maybe? Because I, like, remember the story, kinda. I remember the concept.
And don't come back!
I also liked Rebirth, Tales of Rebirth. Basically, most of the Tales games I really like. It's the more modern ones that I haven't really gotten into because I couldn't keep up with all the systems. I guess I could have watched, like, Let's Plays or something like I did for the games that were never properly localized, but never got around to it, I guess. There's one that you don't like? If I had to choose one that I don't like... I admit that, like, Xillia 2 didn't really draw me. I was actually just talking to my friend about this the other day, but I watched my friend play through Xillia 1 and Xillia 2, and I loved Tales of Xillia. Jude became one of my favorite Tales protagonists, like, ever. But then, I really didn't like Xillia 2 because of the, like, forced, like, debt mechanic. I liked everything else about it for the most part. Like, I was invested in the story for the most part. But, what's it called? The debt mechanic. The fact that it would, like, in-game paywall you and prevent you from progressing the story until you earned enough money to pay off a certain part of that debt. I hate that. I hate when games section off parts like that. Because I play games specifically for the story. I don't want to have to sit there and grind out, like, thousands of gold just so that I can pay you so that I can see the rest of the story. That sucks, in my opinion. But I liked the sequel though, for what it did. But yeah, Jude is my boy. He is my baby boy son. And I care about him a lot. But I didn't like Xillia 2's execution. I think the story was okay, but it really... The debt mechanic really turned me off, so I didn't like it as much as I could have.
Let's get started.
You, you ain't going. No, you ain't going. No. Ready? You ain't going. No.
Sword rain. Wind blade.
Who's more your son, Lloyd or Jude?
Just warming up.
Probably Jude. Lloyd is also my son, but I think that, like, in terms of baby boy status, Jude is probably more my son. I did like the mini-arcs that the first Xillia characters got in that game. Yeah, I agree with that. That was one of the other parts I really liked about it. Lloyd wasn't your childhood crush? He kind of was. In terms of, like, Tails character crushes, though, I was more of a Guy fan. Guy from Tales of the Abyss? I was an Abyss lover. I loved Guy. That was the one that I would make a self-insert OC to ship with. I'm only, like, partially joking. Guy Cecil. He is an amazing guy. You're so right. He's good. Never played Abyss, but I don't think my friends have had good things to say about it. Why? I thought Abyss was pretty good. I quite liked it, personally. I also had a crush on Moses in Tales of Legendia. But that one's even more underground, I think, compared to, like, people's understanding of Western Tales. So you guys might not know who that is. But, Moses Sandor in Tales of Legendia. Big childhood crush. Huge, big, huge. Hold on. I have to show you guys a picture. I'll show you a picture of Guy also, since I'm here. So let me get Guy. I've shown you Flynn, and you guys were mean to my Vesperia boy. So, you guys are gonna have to be nice to my other Tails boys, okay? Promise me you'll be nice. Be nice to them. I'll be very sad. I think the main thing about Abyss they said was the story beats weren't well executed or that the tone wasn't consistent. I don't know if I agree with that. I think the Abyss overall tone was pretty consistent to me. I feel like they might have been acting that way because of the, like... I don't want to talk about it too much in case there's spoilers. I don't know if I'd ever get the chance to play Abyss, but you never know. It could get a port eventually. So I don't want to, like, say too much in case I end up spoiling it. You guys are so goofy. Okay. I'm getting pictures of my kids. Where's, like, a good picture of this guy? Need a good picture of him. But because Legendia is so unloved even by Bamco themselves, it's hard to find a good picture of him. Crying. Sobbing even. Wow, why are all these pictures literally terrible? Simply stream the 3DS version? I don't have a 3DS! That's the problem! I'm manifesting that all of them will just come out on Steam because that's easier for me to stream with. Oh yeah, the characters are really good in Abyss. Interesting that they have that opinion about the story, but it's also been a while since I've played through the whole story, so I don't necessarily remember too much about, like, tone consistency. Alright, we're going with this picture, I guess. It sucks, but it'll do. It's just another example of a picture I'll have to make bigger, like what happened with Flynn. My boy, my baby. Actually, I'll use this one. This one's a bit bigger. Better. Okay. Alright, so. I'm gonna pull up my boys now. So the first one is Guy from Tales of the Abyss. Let's see if I can find the image. Where are you? Oh, my images are so unorganized. Organized files? Never heard of them. Oh, he would be further up. Duh. Okay. Here's Guy. Good boy. He is a gentleman. People were talking about it and that he would freak out because one of his character traits is that he's not very good with women. He will freak out if a woman comes too close to him, but he's still a really nice person. He's very polite. He has, like, borderline princely tendencies to him. Very, very nice. I like him very much. That's a boy. And then Moses. Where is he? There we go. Moses is this guy. He is the king. He's like the leader of a group of bandits, and he fights with a spear. He's a little bit of a flirty guy, but he's also, like, very, like, devoted to family. I'm sorry you get, like, a big view of his foot. It's the angle. He's, like, really into, like, family and, like, brotherhood and that kind of stuff. And he's very goofy. He's the dumb one in the cast, but he has a big heart. I care about him very, very, very much. He's a good guy. Yeah, he's the one that's all about family. I like him. Do you want to get stepped on by him? No! I'm not under his foot. His foot's actually in front of me if we're going by the layers. I don't know anything about Legendia. I know! That's the problem! Nobody knows anything about Legendia because nobody ever played it. And because Bamco doesn't want to give it the love that it deserves. But eventually, they're going to give me a remaster or a complete remake of Tales of Legendia that's going to catch it up to modern times, and then I'm going to get to show everybody my boys. And my girls. My squad. The oldest Tales game I ever played was Fantasia. I mean, that makes sense. Fantasia is the first game. Anyway, Legendia keeps getting shafted, and that makes me mad because it doesn't deserve to be shafted. Legendia, good game. If there's ever a game where I would purposefully, like, set up a very scuff capture so that I could stream it if I got the perms, would be for Legendia. It would be terribly scuffed, though, because trying to figure out how to set up a PS2 so that I could capture Legendia would be so hard. My PS2 is also very old. Grandfather status. That would be a very scuffed stream. Anyway, these are my boys. I care about them a lot. Boys are good. Girls are also good. I said it before, but like Rita in Vesperia and then like Annis in Abyss were like the main reasons I discovered that I had a passion for voice acting too. So those two have a special place in my heart. I don't just love boys. I also love girls. Girls are also very cute. It's just that when I think about Tales, my brain kind of instantly goes to the boys because they meant a lot to me. Seeking Victory from Legendia is one of my fave boss battle themes. Ah, I know, that theme is so good! Legendia has such banging music. But nobody played that game, so nobody understands. But yeah, no, Tales series love. I am on another tangent. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize it's starting to get kind of late. So, actually, what do I want to do? I'm still in the middle of grinding. I haven't gotten everyone to level 10 yet. What do I do? I'm trying to think if I want to keep going with the grind and then maybe retry the boss, or if we stop here, I grind off stream and then we go into the boss next Symphonia stream? You guys are addicted to my zatsus, huh? Alright, we'll go for a little bit longer. I didn't mean to go like this long, though, so that's why I'm a bit, like, surprised. Let me check something. Boop, 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 boop. Grind more than boss today. You guys are like, keep going, please? Please, Yuno, keep stream? Wanted to check something. Yeah, okay. True. Okay. Maybe we weren't so good, we wouldn't love it so much. It's your fault you're treating us to be like this. Okay. Soon, 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 soon. That's all I hear coming out of your mouth right now. Alright, we'll go for a little bit longer. Just a little bit. I think we are close enough in the grinding that I can probably get more of the characters to where I want them to be, and then we will try the boss one more time. If I lose at the boss again, that's when I will call it. How does that sound? Does that work for you? You needy children? Because Consider this practice for the Cinderella movie's endurance. Oh, that one will be easy, because that'll just be watching movies that I really like.
Alright, let's go!
Are you okay?
First aid! Okay.
There.
At least I'm pretty sure I'm close. I haven't been paying attention to where, like, the actual EXP levels are. Probably fine.
Be careful, everyone.
Okay.
If you do those movies Deaf Down, well, they would probably be members-only watch-alongs, but definitely keep that in mind for the future.
Alright.
Yeah, I know they're almost there in terms of, like, where their levels are at, but I don't know where the EXP points are in terms of when we'll be getting new level-ups. Should be soon, though. Okay, yeah, so Rain is about to hit 9. It looks like Lloyd and Kratos will hit 10 around the same time. And then it'll just be trying to get Genus and Colette to catch up. That's gonna be the tough part.
You're going down.
No,
Ready?
Charge. Hellhammer.
Hellhammer!
Get him. Fireball.
She loves
Just
using that
as I
move now that
expected.
she's learned it. Pico-han! Pico-han! Pico-hanma! There used to be, like, edits on YouTube way back in the day where they would do, like, remixes of her saying Pico-han. Which is why I say it like that. Pico-han! Pico-han! Pico-hanma! I remember loving that Symphonia had a flexible skill tree that changed what moves you could learn depending on your playstyle. And depending on your EX skills, too. It's really fun.
Alright, let's go! No way!
Are you okay?
Sword! No way!
Are you okay?
Sonic Rush! Sword Rain!
Sorry.
Sorry. She's so cute.
There.
Bum 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 bum.
You're going down.
She has chakrams but chooses to throw hammers. I mean, if you were her, you would want to bonk people too. If you could just summon a tiny little rubber hammer that could bonk your enemy,
That was
you
just
can't tell me
warming
that you
up.
wouldn't also do that. She has the right idea.
We must be merciless.
No way!
Are you okay?
You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
The hammers are from heaven? I guess so. Never really thought about it. I just always assumed that she just, like, has them in her pocket and then she throws them.
Let's get this over with.
But then that makes you wonder why she has so many.
Are you okay?
Maybe they were bestowed to her from heaven.
Hellhammer. Get him. Windblade.
Remiel coming down to give her one of the blessings of the Chosen, and he's just like, here is a special power just for you. And she's like, it's a red rubber hammer? And he's like, it is your POW hammer, and you must treat it with respect. And she's like, okay! She doesn't question anything, because it's coming from the angels, particularly from her angel father. So she's just like, yeah, sure, that makes sense to me. The logic makes sense. It adds up. Everybody else is like, are you convincing yourself? Do you keep saying that because you're not actually convinced?
Let's begin the research.
Fireball.
Sword Rain!
chose to use rubber hammers over regular hammers as a non-lethal force. Yeah, exactly! She doesn't want to kill anybody, it's her job to save the world. That's why her chakrams are currently also flying frisbees that you use to, like, throw for dogs. She doesn't want to actually hurt anyone.
Alright, let's go! No way! I was just warming up.
Yeah, hot tea! Yeah, hot tea! I was just warming up. You sure were, buddy. That's what all of this is. It's just one long warm-up. She's a healer? Colette's not a healer!
No way!
Colette's like a mid-range.
Ready?
The closest she has to a healing move is something that she learns later, and even then that's more of like a buff than it is a heal. Although I guess she does technically have like one move that heals, though it's a move that you probably shouldn't let her use all that often, if at all.
Let's go!
Are you okay?
First aid!
Sword rain!
Pow hammer!
No way!
Get him! All right!
Oh, great!
Like that!
Pow hammer! Get him! Stone blast!
Are you okay?
First aid!
I was just warming up.
Let's get started!
Okay.
No way!
Pow hammer! Stone blast! Pow hammer! Aqua egg!
Are you okay?
First aid! Get him!
Sword rain! I was just warming up.
I keep laughing at Colette as a tactical nuke. You can't say that. She's just a girl. She's just a strong chosen one. Don't worry about it. Okay. How close are we? They are almost there. Love when the Aqua Edge misses because you push the enemies. Literally, it's the worst.
Let's get started! Get him!
No way! Sword rain!
I'm dizzy.
Get him! Stone blast!
All right.
Bum, bum, bum. Here, little guy, you're next.
Be careful, everyone.
No way!
Pow hammer!
Ready?
Charge! Get him! Aqua egg!
All right.
Man, the fact that she keeps using charge, it reminds me of how often I would have to, like, disable so many of her moves that weren't, like, first aid. Because I'm just like, man, quit wasting your TP on moves that you don't need to be using. Especially when she starts learning all the, like, buff spells, you're just like,
Let up.
girl, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but also, please, stop.
Are you okay?
First aid!
Sword. All right.
On the bright side, all this grinding is going to get me a decent amount of grade that I will probably lose during the boss fight, but at least we'll have a buffer. You guys don't know what grade does yet. I wouldn't worry about it. Praying the
Let's
enemy
get
doesn't
this
use
over
magic,
with.
I don't need resist. Literally!
No
Why
way.
does her AI do that?
Wind blade! Ray thrust!
All right.
She's so smart, allegedly. She's like one of the smartest characters in the game, and yet, when it comes to using her spells, her AI is just like, what if I just gave you every buff in the universe and didn't use first aid?
Let's get this over with.
No way! Sword rain!
Get him!
Sword rain!
All talk, no action.
All talk, no action. She's just a ruined nerd, doesn't mean she's actually good at combat. I guess so. That's a good point.
Let's get this over with.
You ain't going.
Are you okay?
Sword rain! What's wrong?
Sorry.
What's
You ain't
wrong?
going.
Get him!
They have such iconic lines in this game. I know I already warned that I would be mocking a lot of the deliveries in the English dub, but every time it happens, I'm just like, man. Bum, 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 bum. Come here. Little slime guy.
You're going down.
What's wrong? You sword rain! All right.
Okay. Let's see. Shouldn't be too much more. We're not really getting a lot of EXP for some of these fights now, though.
Be careful, everyone.
No way! Sword rain!
Get him! Rain blast! Man, that was pathetic.
Man, that was pathetic! Bum, bum, bum. Okay, Genus is about to hit 10. Colette's also nearly there.
Reinforcements, huh? No way!
Are you okay?
Thanks.
Hammer!
Sword rain!
Get him! Fireball!
That was just warming up.
Yippee! Okay, they're both almost there. I just have to focus on getting the, like, bigger overworld monsters. I saw one, but he ran away. Come back!
Man, don't you
Man!
guys let up?
No
He's
way!
just like me for real, for real. I also say man a lot.
Sword rain!
Get him! Fireball!
Like that?
Are you okay?
Sword rain! Sonic thrust!
Get him! Wind blade! Rain thrust!
That was just warming up.
Okay, and then... Big guy, come here. Come here! Stop running away from me!
We must be merciless.
We must be merciless!
No way!
Get him! Fireball!
Are you okay?
Sword rain! Like that? Sword
Get
rain!
him! Fireball!
I love her sound when she guards Reigns, I mean, where
That
she's
was
just like,
warming up.
beautiful! Like, her enunciation on it is just really good. Beautiful! And I'm just like, yes ma'am, you sure are. My daily dose of Demon Fang. Alright, we are going to go to the inn. We are going to heal. What are you doing, Colette? Ah, I'm praying for the safety of the people of Silverant. I see. I've always done it my whole life. It feels strange if I don't. You sure devoted. I guess we shouldn't expect any less from the Chosen. My man's like, she prays before bed. Okay. Now we save. Everyone's basically level 10 except for Rain, but Rain's just gonna be behind for a little bit, because it be like that sometimes. But now I'm gonna go back out to the ruin. And we should be better equipped for the boss now. Keyword is should. Oh, right, I forgot it resets all the progress on the paths. Okay, my bad. But that means that I can go light the other path and get that other chest. So that's a win. Nice. I really love the dungeon music in this game too. It has like a really good atmosphere. I think adding the choir really fits, considering the whole like Chosen's journey being a little bit religious. I like it a lot. It good. Which way was it? I think it was... this way? Sounds like the main menu track for a Kirby game. This reminds you of Kirby? I guess maybe. There's like some aspects of it that could be a little bit Kirby, but not to me.
Let's get started.
Or at least not completely.
Sword ring! Down you! Raid thrust! Sword rain! Get him! Aquahead!
Like that?
Pow hammer! Get him!
I was just warming up.
Oh, thanks for the apple gel. Knowing me, even with all this grinding, I'm gonna need the items. I think the battle music feels more Kirby to me than the dungeon music does.
Sorry.
I could see this being like a Kirby boss sound, BGM or something.
All right.
That's the Kirby one, right? The Kirby victory sound. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. I saw it unfreezing while I was getting the like little cutscene event for lighting the torch, and I was like, oh boy.
No way.
It's Jover.
Sword rain! Pow hammer!
Hello?
Are you okay? Sword rain! Sorry. Get him! Aquahead! okay?
We are taking these out a lot faster than we were before, so that's a good sign.
Alright.
Oh, now Rain's level 10. Okay, nice. Tetris Slash, woohoo! Oh, good evening. I hope you were able to sleep well, even if your sleep schedule's a bit out of whack. I've been there. I slept for a lot of the morning, too. Yay. Alright. We're gonna do it again. Alright, gamers, are you ready? Let's see if I get my butt kicked by this fire lion again. I shouldn't, but we'll see.
This place is also built with Magi technology. Absolutely fantastic.
Ah, what the? You're going down.
There.
Get him! Break!
There.
Found your
Okay.
weakness.
No way.
Don't get in my way. Sorry.
Are you okay?
Ready?
Oh, her little item thief animation. I forgot she just trips. Baby.
Are you okay?
Can I get over there, please?
Don't get in my way.
Are you okay?
First aid.
Alright, alright.
Sorry.
Doing pretty okay. Now it's just the big guy
Are
left.
you okay?
I got it.
Barrier.
Say shoot 'em.
There. No way.
Are you okay?
First aid. Sis.
Rain, I think you should have healed your brother rather than me. I just gave myself a gel. Change your targets.
Are you okay?
First aid.
Sword Demon Fang.
Ready?
First aid.
Uh-oh. Oh, come on, I did the combination. That's messed up.
Sorry. Right. Yeah.
Are you okay?
First aid.
You okay?
I was like, Colette, do you wanna use the item I asked you to use? That'd be great.
Are you okay?
Thanks.
Sword Rain.
Are you okay?
First aid.
Okay, get that heal in. Almost there.
Sword Rain.
Are you okay?
First aid.
Yippee!
Dwarven vow number 7. Justice and love will always win.
Oh, I hate that saying. Alright, we did it. Not bad, not bad. Still died a couple times, but way less than the first time.
You, the chosen of regeneration, offer your prayers at the altar.
It be like that. I like how he had to specify in case Man was afraid that Lloyd was gonna come forward, just like, offer your prayers. And then Lloyd steps forward and Remuel's like, no, not you, idiot.
Oh, Goddess Martel, great protector and nurturer of the earth, grant me thy strength.
Hello again. It's this guy. Remember him?
Colette, my dear daughter, you have done well.
Could you at least try to make it sound a little more convincing? Do you ever refer to your children like that? My dear daughter. Like, it's so... I talk to Kaya with more love in my voice than this. Like, what the heck? What up, it's me, ya boy. Back at it again.
Thank you, Father.
See, even she doesn't believe it. She just hesitated to be like, Father? Do you, though? Yeah, of course I do.
The guardian of the seal has fallen, and the first seal has been released. Ifrit will surely awaken soon.
Cool.
In the name of Crucius, I shall grant you the power of the angels.
Thank you, my lord.
Let's go, angel time. Gosh, the angel wings in this game are so pretty. I love the, like, fragmented feather look. It's so nice. Look how gorgeous those are.
The angel transformation will not be without pain. Yet, it is but for one night. Be strong and endure.
I humbly accept this trial.
I always wanted to have wings like this when I played this game. Like, if I was ever, like, the Chosen, or, like, got the same kind of angel wings, I always wanted to have them be, like, fragmented like that. They're so cool! Bet they itch like mad? No, they don't itch. I'm sure it's fine. I wish they had done an anime for the whole Simp game. How do I tell you that there is an anime? It's just not a very long anime. Anyway, I love this wing design. Wing's pretty.
The next seal lies far to the east, across the sea. Offer your prayers at that altar.
Yes, Lord Remuel.
I shall await you at the next seal, the Chosen of Regeneration. My beloved daughter, Colette.
Don't believe him at all. And he's gone. Goodbye, bro. Your wings are so pretty.
Has wings.
Uh-huh, and look, I can put them away too.
Oh, wow! That's so cool!
They are just babies.
Here, look, look!
Babies.
He said the next place is across the sea. That means we get to sail on a ship. Haha! I can't wait.
Haha.
A ship? I wonder if there are any ships sailing with the way things are right now.
Look at him go, she's just flapping in the background. And Genius is like, yippee! Yay! Do it more!
We should head to the coast to see what we can find.
As the adults are just like having a serious conversation about what the next move is.
Okay, you two, we get it already. That's enough.
Okay.
Okay. They really did a good job getting those lines in sync. Huge yippee moment, you're so right. Angel feathers! One of the best moves in the game, it's so pretty. Angel feathers, my beloved. They're about to spend multiple years on a boat arc. I don't think so. I think it's fine. They are okay. Alright, let's get out of Dodge. Oh.
Colette! Are you okay?
I'm fine.
She doesn't sound fine.
You don't look fine at all. Your face is completely white. It's all my fault. I got carried away and kept making her pull her wings in and out.
Oh, baby. I don't think that did anything.
I don't think that has anything to do with
Yeah, I
it.
don't think that had anything to do with it. It's okay. You don't have to take the blame.
Now's not the time for that. Her lips are turning purple. We must get her to a doctor in the city immediately.
Wait. It's best not to move her.
Oh, where's your medical license? Is it next to your X-Sphere, Mr. Mercenary?
Why?
Remember the angel's words. The angel transformation process requires her to overcome a trial.
Yeah, a trial that makes her pale and her lips turn purple? That sounds like a trial called I Can't Breathe, bro. Martel told her to endure it? That wasn't Martel, that was Remiel. Remiel was like, you have to endure it, it'll only be for a night. Martel didn't say shit, Martel's not here.
Rather than taking her to a doctor, it would be best to let her rest here.
In the desert? Next to the ruins that are filled with monsters? Are you sure about that?
I'm okay. I'll be fine after a little rest. I'm sorry to cause so much trouble.
Stop apologizing all the time, you dork. It's not as if you can help it. You were suddenly turned into an angel.
That's true. The human to suddenly an angel pipeline is probably a little bit painful.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Well, anyway, let's set up camp before it gets dark.
Yeah. Yippee, if more fire crackling sound effects. Aw. Me when I'm a dog. Your X-Sphere has an unusual color. It does seem to be a little different from yours and the others. By the way, why do you have an X-Sphere? I took one from a Design. I heard that the Designs forced the humans at the ranch to make them. So that's why Marble had an X-Sphere too. Is it alright if I ask you something as well? Oh, okay. Sure. Why were you raised by a dwarf? Dad found me collapsed in the forest along with Mom and Noish. Although, what really happened was that we were attacked by Designs. I see. From the sound of that, your father is probably not alive either. Probably not. So the Designs are responsible for the deaths of your parents. Your life has been completely torn apart by them. Huh? Your mother was killed, and then you were chased out of your village. boy, a choice. Oh boy, a character relationship related choice. Sound engineers only had a second wave file called Firecrackle 1, literally. I'd personally say this. The village was my fault. I'm the one that caused them to be there. So averting your eyes won't make a difference. I'm not going to run away from the consequences of my actions for the sake of the people that lost their lives, and for myself. I see. Then, no matter what awaits ahead, you must not forget that determination. Why am I talking to you about this anyway? Firecrackle easy for sleeping. Yes, Firecrackle loops to relax and study too. Hey, how's the curry? It was missing something. Wow, I'm surprised you noticed. But yeah, I didn't have all the ingredients. What do you mean surprised? Sorry, I mean I didn't expect to hear you say that. That's the same thing. It would have been perfect if I had some Kirima fruit. Oh? You're the one that made this? Of course. I thought it was the professor. Oh, will you try my cooking next time, Lloyd? If you want to live, you better not. But it's true! Fruit and curry? Yeah, I guess so. There is such a thing as doing that. I once had a chicken curry that had apples in it. Or like apples as part of it. It was pretty good. It adds like a very subtle sweetness. So I guess Kirima fruit are probably also pretty subtle. And it's like a tofu curry, so I guess it's kind of vegetarian. The one that Genus was talking about making, I mean. It seems Colette's feeling better now. Yeah, it looks like becoming an angel is pretty rough. Yes, I wonder if her biological structure is changing. Bio what? In other words, I wonder if she's becoming a different kind of life form. Colette is Colette. Yes, you're right. You always point out the truth. Ah, well. It's because he lives only by instinct. I can't believe it took this long for Lloyd to know about Rain's cooking. I mean, he doesn't interact with them that often. He probably doesn't know about it. And Genus probably makes sure that Rain never cooks for the class or anything. But yeah, you should try fruit in your curry sometime. It's not too bad. Obviously, don't go like crazy with it, though.
Oh yeah, I know it's kind of late now, but here's your birthday present.
Oh no, it's broken.
Oh no, it broke.
I wonder when it broke. I'm sorry, I'll make you a new one.
Thanks. And I'm sorry that I keep causing trouble for you.
Girl, you haven't even done anything this time. It's my bad. I'm the reason it broke, probably.
Don't worry about it. By the way, you haven't been eating at all. Are you still feeling sick?
No, I'm fine. I just don't seem to have much of an appetite.
Interesting. Not much of an appetite, huh? Thunk. I'm thinking. Interesting.
You won't be able to keep up your strength if you don't eat.
I know, you're right.
Now that she's an angel, she'll be craving the blood of sinners. I can only imagine this sweet girl is just like, wow, food doesn't taste the same that it used to. Well, you know what does taste good? Blood.
Lloyd, don't push her.
Colette is delicate, unlike you.
Damn, Genus. What if I'm delicate?
Shut it!
It's so goofy.
I'm sorry, Colette.
No, I'm okay. I'm really sorry for worrying you.
Water. Kratos yelling at me. He's like, don't go away. And I'm just like, well, what else am I supposed to do? I guess I talk to Colette again, maybe?
I'm gonna go
There
for
we
a
go.
little walk.
I thought it triggered, like, during the first scene, but I guess it happens now.
Want me to come?
Thanks, but I'll be fine by myself.
Narrator voice, she would not be fine by herself.
Ha ha, you got rejected.
Haha, you got rejected. We said it like that all the time in my friend group after this scene. We go hard. This is like the Genus line to remember. I don't know what it is about this line in particular, but core memory.
Hey, shut up, Genus.
Shut up, Genus. Destroy the child.
What's happening to me?
Oh, baby. My poor child. Professor, where are we going next? We should head for Palma Costa. I don't think we're going to find any more clues on this continent. It's the biggest city in the world. The Church of Martel Cathedral is there, and there's a school as well. I'm sure we'll find something there. However, if we're going to Palma Costa, we'll have to pass through the Osa Trail. It's not a treacherous trail, but there's no harm in being prepared. Yeah, how about we do some shopping in Triette before we go? The game's like, you should go to Triette before you go to the Osa Trail, just to be safe. I was planning to go there anyway, video game, but thanks for the tip. I'm exhausted. Let's get to the inn. Genus, you're going to trip. I'm fine. Come on, come on. Whoa! There, you see? You trip easily, so you need to calm down a little. But... no buts. Honestly. That's why I always tell you to be careful. See, you're hurt. It's just a scratch. It's not even bleeding. Quiet. The sands of Triette are very fine. The wound might get infected. Honestly, do you really think you can go on this journey acting like this? I can't tell if the professor is mad or worried or what. Really? She's caring and gentle. It is likely her love for her brother causes her to act like this. Heck yeah! Another title. Okay. We will go to the inn, and then after... I don't think a cutscene plays in this visit. It might. But afterwards I will save, and then we will stop for the day. Because I need to eat more than just Cheez-Its. And I don't want to eat dinner too late. Okay, good. No cutscene. Phew. Good progress today? What progress? I fully intended to do both the fire trial and the Osa trail, but then I talked for an hour. I can't believe I'm like this now. Luckily, I like talking, so I still feel like it was still a good stream. Was it a productive game stream? No, not really. You're just turning into an angel? No! I don't want to lose my appetite. I like food. You know, character lore development? I guess so. I guess that's what we'll call it. Anyway. Just gonna go ahead and minimize the game so it stops making sound. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Of course I like you. Stop acting like I don't like you. Please. I like you guys a lot. What the heck? But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me today. We have streams. We have a stream tomorrow. Then I'm off the day after, and then we have 3 streams in a row. Woohoo, yippee! Be excited. It will be a good week. I won't be streaming on Halloween proper, so I hope you guys have a good Halloween. I mean, I'll probably end up saying that again tomorrow because I do stream tomorrow, but yeah. Hope you have a good Halloween. Have a good rest of your time zone, whatever day it happens to be for you right now. Let me find you somewhere to go. Redirect. Where are you going? Okay, she's still live. I'm sending you guys to Ranchan for some Overwatch. Hopefully she's still going for a little bit longer. Okay. But yeah, have a good rest of your time zone, everybody. Yunotsu!